About 10,000 people gathered in Tokyo to protest against Prime Minister Ishiba's immigration policies. The demonstrators demanded the resignation of the Prime Minister.
How you guys doing? Welcome back to
SunnySword
SunnySword
podcast. How you doing?
August 31st, Japan had a huge protest in Tokyo, and no fucking media talked about it. The reason why they had a protest because our fucking Prime Minister, what was his name?
Ishiba?
He's becoming a dictator without anybody's approval or vote. He suggests to have a massive immigration in Japan. So Japanese people stand up and protest, and no media reported. So I thought this would be a good conversation to talk about.
Yeah, it's quite interesting in Japan in general. I don't know, I haven't seen this video yet, but in general in Japan, protests that happen are not on mainstream news in general. It's quite interesting how Japan is very selective about what news is on the regular TV. It's really, really interesting. In general, keeps news very positive.
And
right?
You know, Japan only has like 9 channels. 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 8 channels.
So anyways, let's check out what you're talking about, bro.
On August 31st, about 10,000 people gathered in Tokyo to protest against Prime Minister Ishiba's immigration policies. The demonstrators demanded the resignation of the Prime Minister and called for a halt to the large-scale immigration plans. The government intends to accept 300,000 foreign workers from Africa to work in technology and AI sectors. While the government cites labor shortages, many citizens express strong concerns about public safety, social stability, and the impact on Japanese culture and values. Local communities especially worry about losing their long-standing traditions and ways of life. This is not about feeling toward individual foreigners, but about concerns that the country's structure is being changed without adequate public debate. Although mainstream media have largely ignored these protests, the voices of the people are spreading. Increasing numbers now support parties like Japanese First, which oppose mass immigration. This is more than just a political issue. It is a significant matter about protecting daily life in Japan's future. These voices can no longer be ignored.
All right, so this video, interesting video. This is posted by Japan Now on TikTok. Okay, interesting video, man.
Right?
Just interesting video.
Like, the policy just without anybody's, debating it. Nothing.
From what I understand about Africa, at least, right, is that there was the policy. Yeah, I'm just talking about the Africa thing because it mentioned Africa, right?
Yeah.
And from what I understand about Africa is that everything got misunderstood. There's a hometown agreement that is passing, right? Where 5 cities are becoming kind of like cultural and economic exchange countries with different cities in Japan.
With Africa?
With Africa, yes. So I'll bring up the article actually. And then for some reason, the name is interesting. First off, they chose the name hometowns, right? So it said that these cities will become African hometowns. In English, at least, that's what they said. I'm not sure about the actual words in Japanese, but they chose the word hometown, which means like people living, right? Which kind of alarms anyone.
Yeah.
But somebody in Africa, like in one of those countries, made like a video on social media talking about they're coming over to Japan. And then people start to think that Africans are coming in huge amounts of numbers. And after that, a politician made a response saying, you guys are misunderstanding the situation, please calm down. And then I have the article right here. So I'm going to pull it up just so you can see it too. This was reported by the Mainichi Shimbun on the English side and the Japanese side as well. So they write, it says here, Imabari mayor urges calm response after JICA names African hometowns in Japan. It says the mayor of the West Japan city has urged for a calm and unbiased response over numerous complaints received after his city and 3 other municipalities were designated as hometowns for African countries as part of a new initiative by the Japanese International Corporation Agency, JICA. The JICA Africa Hometown Program aims to foster talent, serving as a bridge between Japan and Africa. The Japanese government-sponsored agency on August 21st designated 4 cities, including Imabari, as hometowns for African nations. This has led to a spread of false claims on social media, saying it will increase immigration and protests calls to these cities. In response, Imabari Mayor Shigeki Tokunaga clarified during an August 26 press conference, this is purely a project for international exchange with no intention of promoting immigration policies. The cities recognized as JICA African hometowns are Imabari in the Yamagata prefecture city of Nagai, the Chiba prefecture city of Kisarazu, and the Niigata prefecture city of Sanjo. Under the initiative, the Japanese cities aim to strengthen personnel exchanges and collaboration projects with Mozambique, Tanzania, Nigeria, and Ghana, respectively, building on existing relationships. And then to continue,
It's like a trading thing, right?
right, and it's to continue it. It says on August 25th, JICA released a statement saying that the local news reports that may give the false impressions that under the JICA Africa hometown program, Nagai City in Yamagata Prefecture would become part of the country of Tanzania. People thinking that a Japanese city is going to become a part of Tanzania. I don't know how, but people thinking that, right?
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. I would have thought about that either. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, okay, so suddenly just Tanzania just appears in Japan. Okay. Or reports suggesting the promotion of immigration acceptance or an issuance of special visas for travel between Japan and the respective countries are all false. The agency has requested corrections to erroneous local reports in Africa. So Africa was making some weird reports. This really made it even worse. The Imabari municipal government has received about 450 inquiries by phone regarding this matter. Remember, by phone means it's older Japanese, right? Younger Japanese don't make phone calls so much. So 450 older Japanese people are calling to ask, what is this about? At the press conference, Tokunaga emphasized, please respond calmly without being swayed by such misinformation.
I mean, the reason why I think people got confused because, first of all, the way they probably put it out there was kind of, what should we call it?
Not great, right?
Not informative.
Right.
You know, I mean, they missed a bunch of details.
The title African Hometowns in Japan is so weird.
Yeah, but I think the name is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like this, like when I saw this,
they should be like a project.
Yeah, whatever, exchange project, economic growth
Black
project,
light or some shit, you know?
right? Black light project, black and yellow. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something, right?
Yeah, you're right
Project
though.
yellow light, black light, whatever, right?
When I saw this, bro, when I saw this title, I was really confused the first time I was really like, I was like, huh? The first thing I thought when I read African hometowns was that they might select or recommend certain areas for immigrants to live due to tension, right? Like due to like not for new immigrants, but like for current immigrants, for example, due to tension in countries. For example, they recommend, oh, if you're African descent, this prefecture will have staff to assist you when you move to Japan or whatever it is. They're even doing like translations in French or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
If you're from, Southeast Asia or like Vietnam or something, we recommend this area because we're going to install some support for you. That's what I thought it meant at first, but I see other people thought that people are coming in like thousands of numbers, or even Japanese cities are changing into African countries, which is wild.
That's kind of delusional. Right? I just searched it. Even in Japanese, it's called hometown.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the word they chose. They chose hometown. But anyways, I know you had something you wanted to say about this issue. Go ahead. In general, about immigration.
You know what happened in Belgium?
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
In Belgium, right?
Yeah.
There's a huge problem because a population under 20-year-old, right? 80% from other countries. There's only 20% of Belgium, original Belgian people in Belgium.
In Belgium,
under 20 years old,
city?
Right?
Wait. In what city?
In Belgium, the country Belgium.
The whole country of Belgium?
80% of population under 20 are fucking immigrants.
But it's hard. Okay. tell me your reasons first, and then I'll make a comment.
The reason why that is a fucking problem is the culture's not going to survive. The culture's going to be destroyed.
Yeah. Okay.
The Belgian culture will be gone within 20 years.
Okay.
And
Now,
that's due to fucking immigration.
I have to mention something because Belgium is unique. You want to know why?
Because we got history.
No. The reason why we're talking about immigration. So like people moving like from country to country. Yeah, I know. But hold on. This is the EU where people move like they're moving in states. They're moving people move around like they're moving in a single country.
But I'm talking that 80% of the immigration is Muslims.
Why are they in Belgium?
Because the Belgian government is fucked up.
No, like that's like
80% Hindu and Muslim, not even Europeans.
Are you sure? Really?
Yeah. Look it up.
Hold on 1 second. That's kind of weird. Are you sure?
Yeah. If it's like Europeans, I understand, you know? Because EU, you can move around and shit.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to pull this up real quick because that sounds so strange.
Only 20% is original Belgium.
If we look right here, bro, look at this. This is Belgium in general, right? And so if we go right here, this is all the population. We can see from age 25 to 29, it says they're 300 and right here. See this? Look, you can see it bigger. Look here, right?
Yeah.
And then the next, and then it goes down, right? So this is a pretty good, it has, from 25 to 29, 363,000 people. If I click next, this number is Belgians right here. So 20 to 24 years old Belgians, 282 to 439 Belgians. The next page is non-Belgians. And it goes down a lot. Even by the different areas, it breaks it down. So Belgians are the majority. Whenever you use ChatGPT, bro, and you're looking up like stats, you got to ask for the references because ChatGPT be lying.
Yeah, sometimes
ChatGPT be lying real hard sometimes. Like, are you serious, Chat? What are you talking about? Be lying real hard. So I always ask for the source.
Roughly half of Belgian youth population under 18 is immigrant back.
You find that you see that written somewhere?
In Brussels.
In Brussels City? I can see that, but I don't think they're going to be just Muslim. That doesn't make any sense to be just Muslim.
No, immigrants.
But Brussels, yes. Do you know why? That's the capital of the EU. It makes 100% sense that the young people are really, really young and really international. And it makes sense that a lot of the families are international there as well, because they need to have a lot of representation of different ethnicities and countries to run the EU.
The largest group of Belgians with a foreign background and non-Belgians are 53.6%.
Of what?
Belgium. It's just on a different website. This is followed by the nationality group EU 27, excluding neighboring countries, 27.4%.
So this is on Wikipedia. And they're sourcing three websites. They're sourcing statbel.fgov.be. This is a Belgian. This is also the EC Europe EU website and also the statbel.fgov.be website. And they're sourcing distribution of foreigners by nationality in Belgium. And we can see up until 2024, the population in 2024 was 11.7. And Belgium people are 10 million. Foreigners, 1.6 million. And then it has the countries. So this is the total population in Belgium, right? Last year. This is the total amount of people that are actually Belgian people.
Maybe that's the immigrants.
Huh?
Why there's Japan down there?
Because there's Japanese people living in Belgium.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, now I get it.
Now, Japan, it says here, this is interesting too. It says Belgium does not collect data on ethnicity or race, but it does collect data on origin of citizens. This is what you're talking about anyway. It still is the same thing. It says the largest group of immigrants and their descents in Belgium are Italian Belgians, which are more than 450,000 people. Well over the 4% of the population. So they're the largest group and they're only 4%. The next are the Moroccan Belgians. They are the third largest group and the largest Muslim ethnic group, 347,000 people. All right, and they are from Morocco. You know what Morocco is, right?
Yeah.
North Africa. According to the Micheli Tribulat, in the beginning of 2020, people of foreign background and their descendants were estimated to have formed 32% of the total population. According to Starbell, 65% of Belgian population was Belgium with a Belgian background in 2024. The Belgian background by age group was 51.8% among those under 18, 62% among those 18 to 64, and 85 for those under 65. So, to your point a little bit, the Belgian background by age group was 51% of those under 18.
So half, right?
Yeah, so to your point, that is a good amount. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. So it says right here, of these new Belgians, 55.1 are non-Belgian European, and 44 are from non-Western countries, which is interesting. So it says Belgians with Belgian background, 64%.
I think that number might
And
decrease.
Belgians with foreign background, it says 21.6%. Yeah, so it's obvious Belgium is becoming quite international for sure.
Yeah.
You can even see the naturalized information, right? Basically, the most is from Morocco and Turkey.
I was off by 30%.
Maybe so. But, you know, regardless of if you were off or not, you have a concern about immigration, right? What's your concern?
The tradition and culture will be destroyed if we have a mass immigration.
Okay.
Look what's happening in the UK right now. Half of the politicians like Indian and shit, and the church is gone. They have more. What was the church called for the Muslims?
Mosque?
Muslim church. There's more mosque than Catholic church in UK now.
Are you sure?
Not Indian church. Yeah.
Not in the UK. Not in the UK. In London,
UK, yeah.
maybe. In the UK, no way. In London, I can
Maybe
see that.
London, yeah.
In the UK, because you know. Nah,
I think England.
No way. No way.
But it's
Not in all of England.
More than half of politicians are Muslim in England or somewhere.
They are Muslim?
More than half of politicians are Muslims.
So everyone is converting to Muslim? Is that what's happening?
No. Because most of them have a Muslim background.
But you mentioned Indians. Indians are not Muslim.
Even though they're born in the UK or England or wherever, if they have a Muslim background,
right.
Muslim, right?
But remember, Muslim is a religion.
Their parents are immigrants or some shit.
Right. But you mentioned right now that they were Indian. Indian people are not Muslim.
No. I mean, mistake. That's Canada. They have a bunch of Indians in Canada.
But they have a lot of Indians in England
Everywhere.
as well, because it was a colony.
Yeah, I remember. Canada has no more white people.
No, Canada has a lot of white people, bro.
I think they have more Indian now.
It's not true. It's not true at all. But you know, there is concern in England, I know, and there's actually concern in Germany. So I think we talked about this last time, but like when it comes to mass immigration, I think that mass immigration leads to so many problems because everyone just comes in so quickly, and there's no time to educate, regulate, all kind of stuff like this. So I think that the idea of mass immigration is very, very dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah, even in Japan, they try to get a refugee from Gaza.
Yeah, that's fine if it's only a few.
I thought Japan was alliance with Israel.
No, but look, it's the thing is that Japan in general, even till now, the numbers of people that Japan lets in is so few. Like it's so low, right? Like, and if you look at the numbers, like it's so shocking compared to like Germany or something. We talked about this before. Yeah, Japan is still able to choose who they want to come in, right? Also, some of these European countries, the reason why they welcome so many is because they're kind of responsible for the country having the problems they have now, you know, due to what they did in the world. You know, European countries were getting in other countries' business so much, right? And so some of the problems are happening due to what those European countries did. But back to Japan. Japan is in a place right now where it can make a good choice. I think Japan.
You know why maybe they want to visit Japan?
I don't think nobody wants to do that.
The reason why they want to do that because they could charge less money to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Like we saw the video, remember?
I know that was really fucked up.
Maybe they want to do that shit.
Yeah, that was horrible. But right now, Japan it can do something great if they can find the manpower. Because Japan doesn't welcome a lot of people, right? So if Japan can find the manpower to make this work and create the right team, I think they can have a really successful integration of immigrants if they do it right. But remember, I mentioned it before. We got to have the integration and the communication and the education, right? Like, it's got to be on both sides. If like people are coming in, say, for example, Japan welcomes 100 people from Congo, right? For example, if they're coming in, well, we need to make sure that those people that are coming in from Congo know about Japan and the norms, etc. And the people who are going to be meeting these Congolese people, they need to have information too. Both sides need information.
Yeah.
Because if there's no information, then you just have tension and chaos and all kind of problems, right?
So you're saying it has to be strategic, right?
Right. It needs to be done little by little and with education and all kind of communication, etc. to like do that, in my opinion.
I think he was trying to get the Gaza refugees prime minister. Gaza refugees. That was some Asian country. Was Philippines or Vietnam?
I think the best idea is to, if you're gonna invite people and you can choose to invite them, I think it's best to invite those who have cultural similarities first.
Well, the easiest way to fix a problem is the Japanese Federal Reserve should be fucking removed.
Should what?
We'll do a better job.
Okay.
The Japanese Federal Reserve.
How? And
I
do
don't know
what?
how.
For example,
somebody hire some assassin or some shit. But I think I told you before, right? The reason why the bubble collapsed because they made regulation against the banks.
Mm.
So the bank was lending out so much money to whoever they wanted, you know.
Right.
And as soon as the Japanese Federal Reserve made regulation, boom, collapse.
Okay.
Inflation, you call it stagflation right now.
Ah, yes.
Inflation and the salaries are going to roll, so that's called stagflation.
Right. I mean,
they can fix it, but they don't want to fix it. So
I mean, a lot of problems can be fixed, but would they be able to fix the root problem is the question, I guess.
I mean, if the money is backed by gold, right? If you go back to gold standard, the economy will be stable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Russia is doing well because Putin and his team like got back to gold standard.
Okay.
Because Russia's not trading with anybody anymore.
Okay.
Because the Ukraine shit. So they went back to gold standard. That's how they got their economy intact.
Really?
Yeah.
So Japan should follow Russia.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Japan has their own natural resource too, so
not so much though.
I mean, oil-wise, but you could buy like gas from Russia for cheap price.
Yeah, but I think Japan is in a difficult situation when it comes to being free to do what they want.
Because America has Japan by the balls.
So,
you can't do any trade without Americans' approval. Because originally Japan was trying to buy gas from Russia.
Okay.
And they said no.
Instead, they said, to buy more American cars, right?
American gas.
And American cars. Donald Trump says he didn't see enough Fords and Chevrolets in Japan when he was here.
You don't need that. I don't know what's Trump's thinking about. Nobody's buying cars anymore.
Right.
They use the
rental car.
Times car.
Yeah.
Yeah, Times car.
Yeah.
Time cars is like massive, popular.
Going back to like this whole thing about misinformation, there's so much misinformation, like, because, recently Sanseito and all that stuff like that, people believing all this fake news about foreigners having it easy in Japan or shit being so easy. Shit is not easy. Like, shit is not just, people are not just getting driver's license like 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Or
I think driving license.
It's quite difficult. And like Japan's not just like handing out visas, like, you know what I mean? It's you can get a variety of working visas, right? And then for the same one, there's a max amount of time that you can have. For example, for the regular, very popular working visa that we talked about before, the max amount of years is 5 years. And the lowest amount is 6 months, I believe. On average, from what I hear, many people get 1 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And so they have to, I just met someone today who said that they have been consistently getting 1 year, and they've been in Japan over 10 years. It's really frustrating. Imagine that. If your visa is 1 year, right? It's the worst thing. The reason why is because you cannot do any serious paperwork, because it says you're going to be in Japan for 1 year. So if you want to get an apartment, if you want to get a car, if you want to do anything, you can't, because your visa is 1 year. It's the worst visa to get.
So you recommend 3 years, right? Of course.
3 or 5. 5 is the best.
Yeah.
Because 5 says you're going to be here, right? So companies can trust you, right?
Yeah.
But like, so that guy that I met today, he said he's been in Japan over 10 years. He's
Why he's choosing 1 year?
Huh?
He's choosing 1 year? Or
No, it's random, bro. Nobody knows. Oh, from what I understand, nobody knows how they choose, whether you get 1 year or 2 or 3 or 5.
So the company's giving him 1 year?
The government gives you your visa. People don't really understand how it is for a foreign person in Japan, but it's so strict. And even that simple thing, like how long is your visa, regulates how you can get like bank accounts, if you can do many things, right? Like those
business or anything, right?
So like if somebody says you want to do business with somebody, they say, okay, show me your visa so I can make sure we can work together. Your visa says you're only here for 1 year, but we wanted to work with you past your visa. Like say, for example, there's a project, right? And the project, say your visa expires October, or say for example, like it's a 6-month project or a 1 year project, but your visa ends in the middle of the project. Then they'll say, oh, you only have a 1 year visa? Sorry, like, you know, yeah.
Because if he can't renew his visa,
there's no promise that you're going to be able to renew it. And it's basically saying you're going to be here for a year. Yeah.
Interesting.
So like those people who have 1 year visas, people who have 1 year visas, they're basically stuck in share houses, bro.
Share house is what, like a 6-month?
It has usually month to month. But
share houses?
Basically, they're stuck in a share house because the real estate agent, they see the visa, oh, just 1 year. But in Japan, usually the rental agreement is 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't make an agreement. You can't live in an apartment. Like, unless you find this month-to-month apartment, like month-to-month or 6-month contract.
Yeah. I think the cheaper share house is like 6-month contract.
No, they have ones that are month-to-month that are pretty cheap too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, those are some things that people just don't know. You would never know that if you're not a foreigner, you know?
Yeah, I didn't even know either.
Yeah. Like, if you're not
I thought you could choose 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, or 10 years.
If you don't have a working visa or any kind of visa, you would never know about the difficulties that, you know, immigrants or foreign people have.
Maybe the government chooses by the company. Like, if the company's like involved with the government, they give you 5 years.
I don't know how they decide.
I don't know.
But I know this. Like, so check this out, bro. When you apply for renewal visa, they look at a few things, right? Of course, they look at the sponsor, right? But they also look at your character. Like, how much money have you been making? Are you paying your taxes? Do you have a crime record, right? These type of things they check, right? They check these things. They also check, how is your education? What did you know, like if you have like bachelor's degrees or all these things like that, that helps. Also check, how is your Japanese level, right? If you have the Nihongo no Rokushiken, like Nihongo Kente, like the high level one, that's extra points. Also look at your age too. Are you a person that's adding to Japanese society? Are you going to be great to Japan in the future? They look at your age. And then also, your situation. Are you single? Younger people are fresh, new, dynamic. They can do things. Older people can too. Right. Older people can do dynamic things too. But in general, younger people are more energetic and they're, right?
Yeah.
So younger people get like an advantage. And then, they look at all those things like as factors when they look at your application. Mm-hmm. And so they look at your work history, all these things, so then that person they can just choose, I give him 1 year. I give him 5 years.
So they just do like a full background check, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And they decide what they want to do with it.
Right.
Every time they have to renew. That's kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
I mean, if the person's paying tax, I'm like, think it's out.
Yeah, sure. If you're doing the minimum, they just give you 1 year. But I guess if they say, this person has a bachelor's degree, they study Japanese, they speak Japanese, they pay all their taxes and bills. Huh?
The Indian one is kind of interesting because if Indian people come to Japan and open a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
They get paid by the Indian government.
What do you mean?
They get paid by the Indian government.
What do you mean? Did they take out like a special like cultural expansion loan from the government in India or something?
I don't know what it is, but they said they get paid by the Indian government.
Yeah, that must be India must be doing something special
Right.
because getting paid by the Indian government doesn't have anything to do with Japan, right?
Yeah.
It's
But they
completely
could
different.
they could build a restaurant without speaking proper Japanese.
Yeah, but look, if your country supports expansion, that's dope, I think.
So I think they have it easier than you.
No, but
maybe.
like, okay, so look, if say India, right? I don't know how India's embassy works, right? With every country has different relationship, right? I don't know the relationship between India and Japan, but I know that India has like when Abe was president and stuff like that, they were kind of cool. India was cool with Japan, right? So India might have some type of cultural expansion agreement with Japan, for example.
Maybe like the embassy buys a location or some shit, or
Yeah,
pays
maybe.
a,
Yeah, they might have a path. They might have like a pathway. You know what I mean? Like India says, India might have an agreement with a few countries, maybe like a cultural expansion pathway, for example. Anybody interested in building a business, Indian business, and spreading Indian culture abroad? Please apply for our cultural expansion visa, for example,
so
and
the
we'll help.
government could get involved
And
with
we'll, and
a
we'll
visa.
right, and then we'll support you to make a business abroad, right?
Like, when I go to
there's
some Indian restaurants, they can't speak Japanese at all. I'm like, how the fuck you got here?
yeah, there might be a so maybe we don't know. I don't know India's situation, but I bet there's like an Indian culture expansion program.
Right?
Right.
Immigration is an interesting topic.
It is an interesting topic. How do you feel
There's so
about
many
immigration? I have a question for everybody, real quick. I have a question. How is the immigration situation in your country right now, and what's your opinion about mass immigration and also micro immigration as well? Please like and share the video. It'll really help us out. Also,
Bicycle for coffee.
yes, we really appreciate it. See you in the next one. Y'all take care.